everyone, welcome back to another video, and the first day of the Halloween block hop that Viva Las Vegas Stamps is having in their blog at vivalas.blogspot.com. So go over there and start hopping, and there's going to be little games every day over at the home blog, so be sure to go over there and check that out too for the details on that. And today's project, I did a couple ATCs using an old school background technique using plastic wrap and sprays. You can also do it with, when I first learned how to do it, you can use ink pads and spritz with water, and you can use paint, or like I said, you can use sprays. When I did these ATCs, I just gotten the tumble dies, these three, and I wanted to play with them. So what you do is you spray the sprays, and the sprays I used for this one are the yellow gold, the black, and the green. And I spray that at various spots. On the chrome coat is what the paper I used, and then I laid the piece of plastic wrap over the chrome coat and let it dry. And once it's dry, you get this cool background. And when I was filming this, or as I'm filming this, I noticed that this part over here looks like a man. You see the face up there, and there's his suit and his elbow sticking out. But anyway, so I didn't want to take away from the background. So the tree background stamp that I used, I can't maybe really see it there. I stamped that with a clear embossing pad and embossed it with the ultra high gloss clear embossing powder that Viva Las Vegas Stamps carries. And then on white cardstock, I stamped the witch, the hang on witch, the full moon, and the sentiment, life is a witch and then you fly, on white cardstock. And I used the VersaFine black ink pad and embossed it with the same embossing powder, the ultra high gloss. And I colored the moon, I cut out the moon and the witch, and I cut out that as close as I could without destroying her, without missing limbs or broom. And then I took just spritzed a little dab of the yellow gold tumble dye, and with a paintbrush I painted the moon and the witch and even the sentiment. And then with the pearlescent watercolor, I used the gold one and painted the moon just to give it some shimmer. And then I used the green and the pearlescent watercolor for the sentiment, because after I set everything up before I glued, it just took the yellow overpowered everything else, so I wanted to tone that down. And then I glued everything with glossy accents, because I don't think the miracle tape would have held on stuck with the embossing powder. And then the witch right here is a die cut from Die Cut a Day calendar from way back, well, not way back in the day, but 2008. That was in my stash, and I decided to use fussy cutter and used it. So that's that one. And then for this one, I used Lindy's Stamp Gang sprays, Starburst sprays, to achieve the background for that. And I used Voodoo Violet Blue, as you can see how much I got left, and Screaming Matching Black. And again, I spray that on various parts of the chrome coat, and then I took the plastic wrap, laid it on top of the chrome coat, let it dry, and here's what you get. Now this one, I started out cutting in the ATC size, and then I messed up on the cut. I thought I cut the when I cut the 2.5, I thought I didn't do it, so I did it again, and then I screwed it up, and so this is not an ATC size, but this one is. And again, I used the tree background stamp in clear embossing pad and embossed it with the ultra high gloss clear because I didn't want to take away the background, but I wanted to add some texture, more texture to it. And then again, I stamped the moon and used the tumble dye to color it, and also the gold pearlescent watercolor. And then I stamped it's a faded raven or crow stamp, and I stamped all 3 of the images on here with on white cardstock and embossed with the black. Stamped on white cardstock with the black VersaFine ink pad, and also embossed with the ultra high gloss clear embossing powder. So then I also, I think with the Artist Loft watercolors, I painted this part black just to take the way of the white. And I also used the purple in that Artist Loft watercolor set to color the Nevermore in purple and in moon, just to take away the white. And because I used the watercolor, and with the water, it sort of gave this little nice buckle to the paper, and I liked that, so I kept that and took glossy accents and glued both ends to the Nevermore and stuck that on there. And then the moon, I also used glossy accents, but the raven I used, oh no I did, I glued the raven with the glossy accents too. I don't know, I thought I used foam tape on there, but I used glossy accents. So these are today's projects, so check out my blog and leave a comment, because you can also win a little something when you leave comments on everybody's blog throughout the week. So thanks. So be sure to check out the Viva Las Vegas Stamps blog at vivalas.blogspot.com to start hopping and playing along. And thanks for watching. See you tomorrow for the next day's project.